Rutgers Nation, what's going on? Just wanted to get on here to talk some biggest plays from the Virginia Tech game this past weekend, and most importantly, highlighting Johnny Langan and why he's been such a great offensive weapon for the team in the trenches. So before the season, I wrote a lot of posts about on the Banks and spoke on my podcast with Greg Picciuto, Banks of the Rare 10 podcast, about how Johnny Langan can't be the leading receiver or lead the team in catches in the passing game. If we want to take that step forward, it's going to have to come from the receivers, probably not the running backs, but just can't be Johnny Langan, a former quarterback converted to tight end. It's just not the recipe I view for success for this team. However, Johnny Langan will tell you he's an offensive weapon and he'll do whatever is possible to win games. He'll chop no matter what, and that's exactly what he's been doing this season. So from the beginning of the game, from the first offensive play, we're going to be able to see why he's such a weapon along the offensive line and such a valuable piece along right next to Holland Pierce, probably one of our best linemen on the team. So outside of our 5 linemen, Johnny Langan, maybe even among the 5, he's arguably one of our best run blockers. And we're going to see that on this first play here. I'll highlight him so you can see him along the line of scrimmage. That's Johnny Langan, number 21. So we're going to keep an eye on him during this play. And just watch him. Just watch him. So this is the first play, going to be handed off to Kyle Monungai. We're 19 yards away from the end zone. Johnny Langan gets the safety, gets the other corner. Kyle Monungai's gone. If Johnny Langan misses any of those blocks, doesn't take care of 2 of those guys, maybe it's a first down, maybe it's just a 5-yard run. But what Johnny Langan's able to do, and we're going to see a highlight come up real quickly, is just so important. And we're going to see this throughout the rest of the game. And we're going to highlight 3 other plays, and spoiler, they're all touchdowns. So take a look at this. Ready? Look at Johnny Langan coming across the field. 2 guys. There, he's over here to the right, taking care of business, moving the C's for Kyle Monungai. So what he's able to do for us in the run blocking game is just so valuable. And we're going to do a couple more of these breakdowns just because he did it in all those touchdowns. So excited to see what else he can do throughout the season. All right, play number 2. The play that made me get out of my seat, jumped 10 feet in the air. We're going to, again, keep an eye on Johnny Langan, bottom of the screen here, end of the line of scrimmage. 3-point stance, ready to get the job done, again, alongside Holland Pierce. A duo that maybe we're going to see do amazing things this season together in the run blocking game. But let's just watch this real quickly, and then we'll quickly get a replay and see a little bit deeper of what's going on here. So we're going to motion Dremel across, and what's going to happen? Gavin Wimsatt's going to be gone for about 34 yards. A touchdown, a run that people wanted to see for all of his time here on the Banks. But look at Johnny Langan, already down the field, celebrating with his quarterback. Wanted to get the job done, keep chopping, but let's see what Johnny Langan does on the line of scrimmage, along with Kyle Monungai and everybody else on the line of scrimmage to part the seas again. Let's see, so he chips number 2, the end man line of scrimmage, forces him down with Holland Pierce, gets off his man to chip the linebacker or safety, I'm not sure who that was, with Kyle Monungai, and just gives a lane for Gavin Wimsatt. No one's catching him in that case. Let's go back a little bit just so we can take a closer look. I mean, he's fighting down the line of scrimmage, chips off his man. Whistle didn't blow yet. He's not done playing. He's getting that safety, pushing him back. Gavin's gone. What Johnny Langan is able to do for us as a run blocker is so vitally important because what Rutgers wants to do is run the ball, is control the clock, and you do that by having plays like this. Now, obviously, when you have a 35-yard touchdown or 34-yard touchdown, the play clock or the game clock is going to stop, so it's not in your favor. But I'll take points over the time of possession. So we got 2 more plays we're going to be breaking down, so sit tight. Okay, so as I continue to do more review of the film, I'm realizing that it's not just Johnny Langan I'm going to have to highlight here. And initially the play I wanted to highlight was the long run, touchdown run by Kyle Monungai that's upcoming. And then I found out it wasn't Johnny Langan, it was Sean Bowman, the transfer from Maine. But in this play, I think it's another bonus play I'm going to quickly highlight. Quite frankly, the most important 3rd and 3 or 3rd down the entire season. So this is the drive immediately after Virginia Tech scored the touchdown that gave them that they failed the 2-point conversion for that ultimately put the score at 21-16. So Rutgers doesn't get this first down. It's very possible that the momentum completely shifts to Virginia Tech because it was already trending that way. So what we're going to watch on this play is the ball is going to come to the right side where Langan is, and also where Isaiah Washington is. So we have Langan here, and we have Isaiah Washington right here. So we're gonna highlight them on this play, and then we'll get into the touchdown. But this is 3rd and 3. Again, keep that in mind. We got to get these 3 yards to maintain possession, keep momentum, and do what Rutgers wants to do, which is control the clock and methodically get down the field. So let's just quickly watch what happens here. Ball's going to be coming to the right. Johnny Langan gets his man. Isaiah Washington gets his man as well. Perfect lane for Kyle Monangai to get the exact amount of yards we needed to move the chains. So we really got to highlight things. We got to highlight positive plays when they're happening. Sorry, I'm bouncing all around. Here we go. Let's just watch it again. Again, 3rd and 3. So offensive line also gets a tremendous push to part the seas, to move men, to move bodies, to get common. Johnny Langan gets his guy down towards the line of scrimmage where the linemen are, and Isaiah Washington stays in front of his man, gets him out of the way, ends up on top of him, and what does Kyle Monangai do? He gets the first down. So just a tremendous play by both Langan and Isaiah Washington there. And maybe I spoke a little too soon, but maybe this was the most important. This was probably the most important 3rd down of the game. I guess the only reason I said the previous play was because that was just earlier in the drive. The momentum was still there for Virginia Tech. So this is 3rd and 1. Rutgers has done a really, really tremendous job picking up these 3rd and shorts to go, even 4th and shorts to go. So as a fan in the stadium right now, I was feeling confident that we would get this. It's possibly a 4-down territory, but it is you're playing with hot water in that case. But what are we going to do here? Similar to, other plays, we're going to see Isaiah Washington motion down to kind of move that safety away and kind of get all the momentum moving from the left side of the line to the right side of the line. And the person that we're going to be watching on this play, and again, I thought this video was going to be Johnny Langan focused, but it's just going to be all the guys who aren't actually offensive linemen. We're going to be watching Sean Bowman here, the transfer from Maine, who you will see in run blocking situations a lot wearing number 87. So just keep Bowman in mind right here as this play develops. Now, this is more of a bad defensive play than good defensive or offensive play by Rutgers. But we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch what Bowman does to really seal the edge and let Monangai go running for days. So again, 3rd and 1, huge play. Bowman gets the end man in line of scrimmage and just squeezes him down. And what happens? Kyle Monangai gone. I would be having the sound on the video on, but I'm afraid it would interfere too much with what I'm saying. But the stadium erupted. I literally fell forward on top of my friends that I was at the game with. I was literally this Tony Soprano meme where he's just jumping in the air. Watch him now. Gets his man. The goalpost is in the way here, but gets his man. Now, for any of you referees in the chat now, I don't believe you can block in the back on the line of scrimmage, or at least like this. So I'm not going to say this is a penalty or anything like that. It certainly isn't holding. But he gets him, and he just takes care of him, seals the edge, and gets Kyle Monangai all the way to the end zone. So we're going to watch it one more time. We're just going to – here's Sean Bowman. Gets out of his stance, gets to the right to the correct shoulder to seal him off, and Kyle Monangai's gone. And at that point, if you were a Rutgers fan watching this game at home or in the stadium, you knew game over. Momentum was ours. Rutgers did it. Another season going 3-0 against out-of-conference opponents, and another season or 3 years in a row beating ACC opponents. So just a tremendous, tremendous important play. I was so happy to be there. And we're going to review one more play because all of the touchdowns involved tremendous blocking as well as amazing running by Kyle Monangai. So we got one more to break down. Now, because I wanted to highlight Johnny Langan in this video and ended up highlighting other guys as well, I'm going to go 2 plays to end the video, and they're all going to be Johnny Langan focused. He's a little hidden here. You might not be able to see him, but he's at the top of the line of scrimmage right here. If you can see it, my little arrow that I drew for you guys, you're welcome. Now, the reason I wanted to do 2 of these plays is because they're back-to-back plays that, again, put the nail in the coffin for this game. So we're going to watch Johnny Langan, and what he does to number 56 on Virginia Tech. He takes care of business. We're just going to say that. So this isn't going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a first down, that's for sure. 3rd and 1 again. And look what he does. He just takes him. This is where we're looking right here, if you could see my mouse. Just takes 56 and puts him where he wants, to the other side of the line of scrimmage. Just an amazing, amazing job by Johnny Langan. And then we're going to see it again. We're not done here. We're not done with Johnny Langan. We're at the top of the screen up here, and we're going to see what he does again to number 56. So this is again... we got 3.5 minutes left in this game. This is 1st and 10 after converting that 3rd and 1. And Rutgers isn't done here. Most importantly, Johnny Langan's not done. He's still chopping, and he's just, look at him. just taking 56 wherever the hell he wants. Just an amazing, amazing job by Johnny Langan this entire game. And, of course, can't give enough credit to Kyle Monungai to just get the job done, get in the end zone 3 times. But look at Johnny Langan. First off, gets an amazing push off the line of scrimmage, pushes him out of the way, and brings him back to the line of scrimmage. The guy wasn't even in the play at all. So, Johnny Langan, Sean Bowman, Isaiah Washington, all the other wide receivers, Jaquay Jackson, I saw you out there, and, of course, the big man's up front. As much as credit Kyle Monungai gets and deserves to get, and was Offensive Player of the Year or Offensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten in Week 3, the offensive line, I think, without question, had its best game, and that includes all of the other guys contributing into the run blocking game, which, of course, was led by Johnny Langan, Sean Bowman, and the wide receivers. So just amazing job. And Kyle Monungai also on that Gavin Wimsatt touchdown. So if Rutgers wants to win these games in the Big Ten, where we're going to have to grind it out in the fourth quarter of games, it's going to be on the ground. And this game against Virginia Tech, who I think was the best of the 3 out-of-conference opponents that Rutgers would face, was a great, great test. And I think Rutgers passed it with flying colors. So let's keep chopping. Let's do it. And we're on to Michigan. Let's get that dub.